See you eating your trip day 5, China day 5, Beijing day 1. We're a solid 2 hours later than we wanted to be, but here's the fit check. Going to the Forbidden City, and this was breakfast. It was much quicker to just get a taxi, so I called one while I was in the elevator, and he was there by the time I got down. And all the bikes! There's a song called like 9 million bicycles in Beijing or something, and it really do be like that. Anyways, I had the driver drop me off at the wrong spot, so I had to walk a really long way, and I didn't open my umbrella till like way too late, but I was very glad to have that portable shade. And I was super frustrated and stressed because of how late of a start I got, so it was really hot and really crowded, and the line took forever, and by the time I got through security, they were like, oh, you can't bring your tripod in, you have to go to this building a few minutes away and like get it checked in. So that was super frustrating, but it was nice, I guess, because I didn't have to carry around my super heavy tripod, and they did bring it to the end of the Forbidden City, so I could just pick it back up when I was done, but very inconvenient. I wish there was a sign or something online telling me like, do not bring a tripod into the Forbidden City, they will not let you, and you'll have to re-get in the super long line. Totally valid though with how crowded it was, but annoying that I had to ask other people to take my photos, and they usually did not turn out good. Okay, sorry, moving on. These were the steps that the emperor would have taken, and it was just very interesting to look at design-wise, and also they didn't seem like they were necessarily restored recently, so it was really cool to feel the history through that. And same here, this corner kind of felt a bit older. The walls weren't necessarily as red, the floors weren't necessarily as clean, there weren't as many people, so I was like, okay, this is my jam. I did wish that I had seen more historical Chinese dramas set in place in the Forbidden City so I could get into it more kind of thing, but I did my best. And this was all really nice to see the paintings at the top, how intricate it was, and the colors. I was surprised to see blue and green because I had done research about like the color blue and I didn't think it was that prominent, but I saw a lot of blue. And then these steps had stuff covering it, but I wondered how much that really helped the steps below. Walking up all those stairs, all those flights, and coming to this huge place, the doors are just, you can tell from so far away just how big it is. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it really does feel like the weight of the world. You know, like you're just walking into like, this is it. And all the people. I'm thinking how revealing this is. You know, it's the Forbidden City because of how many places were forbidden for everyone besides the king. And if you weren't allowed here and you were walking in this courtyard, you were completely exposed. Everyone could see everything kind of thing. Did I kind of wish I had gotten a tour guide? Yeah. However, the tour guides that I walked by didn't have great English, and they weren't saying like a lot of things that I didn't know, so. His shirt says, challenge, excited, that is great. That is great. Would have been a lot better with a lot less people, but you do what you can. Yeah, I saw them with a great photo spot and I was like, ooh. Also, I took photos with I think 13 or 16 people this day. Crazy. The left is Manchu, the right is Chinese. And I was so excited, this little girl in costume asked to get a photo with me, so here's a little photo drop. And I just thought that all the little details on the walls and the cracks, how you can tell how old it was amazing. I didn't get why more people weren't looking at that and drawing, taking little sketches of it or taking photos of the walls and doors and stuff. Even the floors had so much design to them that you couldn't even really grasp the whole thing unless you had like a magnifying glass or whatever. Some more shots of this roof. I was just obsessed. I'm just thinking about how horrified the people who used to occupy this place would be to see how many people are here right now and to see how unprivate it is now and how accessible. Something that I have to mention because it was such a big part of my trip was what I referred to as fuck-ass kids. And I mean no offense by that. However, the kids in China were just kind of let loose. Even if they were holding their parents' hand, they were taking up as much sidewalk space as possible. They were just on the loose, constantly in the way. It was so annoying. And I was quite surprised to see people leaning over the railing to touch this thing because, like, there's stuff around it for a reason, but I guess that's a normal thing to do. I don't know. Alright, so I'm not a Hundi, but I'm pretty sure these were the palaces these were the concubines' rooms until one of the empresses or emperors, whatever, fucked it all up. It was supposed to be like a very feng shui thing, the way that they're all laid out, and eventually that changed. And over here, I asked a worker dude to take a photo for me, and he refused. He was like, no, I can't, or whatever. Just like, no, I don't know English or whatever. And eventually I found a passerby, and I asked them to take a photo for me. And I just looked at the dude like, that's all you had to do, bro. So half of that is Chinese writing and half of that is Manchu writing. And I felt a little silly because I was the only one taking photos of like this building, of the doors and the roof and everything. People were kind of looking at me like, the fuck is she taking a photo of? But it was so interesting to look at. Especially this less restored part where you could feel how old it was and you could try to imagine what it would have looked like in its prime rather than seeing the modern rendition of it. And once again, I saw someone getting a photo in a good spot, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna steal their idea. But I had to ask a random person to take it, and it didn't turn out great. I spent a silly amount of time taking selfies here, but basically the area was built in 1420 during the 18th year of the Yongle Emperor, who was like a BFD. He only reigned for 4 years after that, but it was originally known as the Palace of Boundless Joy, renamed the Palace of Auspicious Beginnings in 1535 in the 14th year of the Beijing reign. You can pause and read the whole thing if you want, but it was in honor of that emperor's dad who was born here, and it didn't receive its current name of the Hall of Supreme Principal until late in the Qing dynasty, which was from 1644 to 1911. After 2 other palaces burnt down or caught fire or whatever in 1596 during the 24th year of the Wanli reign, he lived in this palace for more than 10 years and was the only emperor to live and handle state affairs here in like the palace's history. But mainly in the Qing dynasty, it served as a residence for imperial consorts. And then this I just thought was cool because you could see how they painted it or whatever. I don't know if that's how they always did it, but I like being able to see the exposed wood and paint and all that. I wonder what this blue is from. And oh my gosh, I was obsessed with just looking at the ceilings of all of the different buildings, especially here where you could tell what was restored and what wasn't. Only like certain tiles of the ceiling were cleaned up and you could really feel the history. And there was just so much design and art and just, it was just everywhere. It was so overwhelming, but in the best way. Like in the way that I want to study it more and really figure out, okay, what did all these different motifs mean and when were they painted and why were they just everywhere? And the little koi pond, but even the edges, like the guardrails or whatever that they had built there, like the walls, like here too, and the little dragons to spit out water if it rains is what it looks like at least, but the edges were just so intricately designed and I just want to know everything about them. And right outside and to the left was the building to pick up my tripod. There weren't any clear signs saying that that's where I needed to go to pick up my stuff, but I used context clues. I went up and I handed them the little slip and they gave me my shit. Okay, there was an underground walkway and now we're gonna try to get into this park. Okay, now we in the park. We're gonna go this way because it looks like there's stuff, but I also wanna go here, so we're gonna do a lot of walking. And I went in here to try to find a drink, but they didn't have anything I was interested in. But this I thought was the perfect photo spot. I thought this was amazing, exactly kind of what I imagined of China, you know, the bamboo and like the white little railing things. And I really wanted to get a photo here, however.
I take a photo with you.
Yeah, 1 second, let me put my stuff down. We have to get one with my phone too.
Are you photographer?
Yeah. I just want to remember my trip.
Yeah.
Sorry, stop there. Let's get another one. That one's bad.
One more photo. Okay. Which country are you from?
America.
America. You're so beautiful.
谢谢。
拜拜。
拜拜。
再见 goodbye。
谢谢。She's running away and screaming right now. She's still screaming. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's jumping up and down, all excited and screaming. I can't. I was gonna get a photo there, but I'm too embarrassed now. Oh my gosh. She was so excited. So I'm not a Hundi, but I think this is the suicide stele. And that is the replanted tree from which the former emperor committed suicide. I don't know for sure though because the signboard with all the information is like way over here. Here's another pause to read if you want, but basically the last emperor of the Ming dynasty, I'm pretty sure, at least again, I'm not a Hundi, but he basically was just helpless and he killed himself. He hung himself on a tree right outside. You know, that area used to be like closer within the palace walls or whatever, but yeah, an emperor hung himself. That's crazy to me. Okay, and now we got to a bunch of cute little shops. Hello, 你好. Okay, this is a tough decision. I don't know which one my sister would like more. I like this one more, but I think she might like this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's classier. And we gotta do the dragon. There was a lot of stuff, so I wanted to look at all of it, but the store lady kept trying to sell me stuff, and I'm like, dog, if I want something, I will get it. Like, you don't need to push it. And I really hit the jackpot here. I was so mad my data wasn't working because I wasn't able to get him to write like a personalized thing and actually make something in front of me. And I wanted to buy something because it was real art. It wasn't like a print of anything. But again, my data wasn't working and I almost walked away because I was just having such a hard time communicating because I wanted like a scroll painting, not a fan painting. But he pointed to this one right before I walked away and I was like, oh, hell yeah. And I was really just wandering. I didn't know what I was doing, where I was going, but there were these bonsai trees, so that was fun to look at. And there was a building, so I was like, let's go over there. Also, quick little note about this park. You did have to pay like a few bucks to get in, but absolutely worth it. Just for the little shops, it would be worth it. And if I had even just one more day, I 1000% would have paid the fee and gone back in there just to go to that one dude's stall and buy some more art that was legit because my data was working. I figured it out after this day, but I'm so glad that I got the fan, but I'm so mad that I only got the fan. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. And I think we just want to go uphill, but we had to break out the umbrella because it be starting to drip and it feels like it's about to like pour. So let's see. There were 5 of these pavilions in the park. This one was built in 1750. If you want to know more about the history, you can pause to read. I came here because I saw it was a good photo spot and apparently everyone else did too. Maybe if I came at a different time it would be less crowded, but I was standing like on a pavilion and I was standing on my knees. I wasn't like actually standing up. I did try to actually stand up once because I saw a Chinese dude standing up to get a photo and then I got yelled at by a security guard not to stand there and I was like, yeah, well, I'm taking online classes.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm 17.
You're 17?
And I just finished my senior high school.
Oh, no, I'm 22.
22.
是的。
你在上大学吗？
I only know 是的。Sorry.
你在上大学吗？
是的，是的。
Exchange student.
No, I'm taking classes online
Oh.
and traveling.
Oh, so you just traveling in China?
是的，是的。
Okay.
I'm an Asian studies major.
Asian study major. 社会学。啊，好，我学的是核工程专业。
Science.
我学的
Nucleus. That's
I study this
you're science.
science 科学。Goodbye. Good luck to you.
谢谢，谢谢。
My pleasure to meet you.
Me too. Thank you. Bye bye. That was so fun to see her again. Oh my goodness. But when I was taking photos at places up there, I could just feel the stares. Again, I'm not a Hundi, but that looks like lavender. It looks like this is an entire field of trees and lavender. This is all nice and pretty until you hear just how many bees there are. It says we restored the carving bases of bonsais on the sides of the road according to the old patterns of the ancient sites. So that's cool. I think, does it mean this? Are there supposed to be trees on there? I don't know. What's it doing? Hello. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Is he eating your food? Poor thing. Honestly, that like 1 minute break from holding my bag that I got when I pet that cat was all that I needed. That was the pick-me-up I needed because according to the maps, we have to go like really fucking far. There's no like exit. I have to go like all the way down. Ugh. I don't know what she said. It sounded like Jimpoila le new. But I'm not sure. I don't know what that means. I think she called me pretty. I think. I'm not sure. I said shishia. A lot of shishias. I'm giving out a lot of shishias, I will say. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, there's 9 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 across. Okay, I got some ice water at a store. I can breathe again. I hailed a taxi and even bro wanted a selfie with me. He way overcharged me.
You can settle the fare with me first.
Xie
When
xie.
we arrive at the destination ahead, get
Xie xie.
off promptly as it's not easy to park there.
Okay, so we just spent 200 yuan, 200 Chinese money, which is like about 30 bucks. I don't know how long of a taxi ride it was, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, mostly just sitting in traffic the whole time, but my bag is killing me. It was gonna be a super far walk. I don't even actually know how far of a walk it was gonna be because my data isn't working. My maps won't load, my translate won't load, nothing will load. Even if I wanted to take a bike, it would have been really hard to navigate and I would have had to like ride a bike and all this craziness. Here's the thing, I wanted to ride a bike, except I have all this shit with me. And I have my tripod. And that's kind of a pain in the ass, like we're having a bag anyways normally with the bike, and I just didn't want to risk it. So we got the water, we're going to the street. The dude in the taxi didn't speak a lick of English, but his Translate app was better than anyone. That like his Translate app has been the best Translate app that I've like seen in China or whatever so far. He was talking in it, I was talking in it. He was like, "Are you sure you're going there? Are you going there for a meal? It's expensive. There's not food there." I was like, I just heard about it, so I wanted to check it out." He was like, "Okay, cool, I'll take you there. It's gonna be like 200 though because it's bumper to bumper." And I was like, "Oh, okay, I don't care." So. And people, look, they're staring at me. They were looking at me and I got all self-conscious. So I was like, okay, I need to finish this. So, yeah. There are 10 million bicycles in Beijing. That's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, here we are, supposedly. Oh, shit. There's a whole ass inscription and everything. That's crazy. It doesn't look like there's like anyone here though. So I don't know. I don't think this is the right place. Honestly, this isn't where I was trying to go, but whatever. Whatever. I kind of just want to get to a restaurant with Wi-Fi so that I can find my way home, back to the hotel. Oh, those are cool. Okay, so this is where I thought the night market was, and this is where we are. But it looks like, where is it? It said, there's the mall. Okay, look, pedestrian street. I think this is where I want to be. So we're gonna try to walk over there. Ah! But shit, I mean, it could be raining, so that's good that it's not.
Beer?
I don't like beer.
No beer?
Okay, I think now we're getting somewhere. This looks like there's more people, a lot more people. Wow, this is definitely way more what I was thinking. Actually, I was thinking like a very small little alley or whatever with a bunch of street food. But shit, this works. This definitely works. Oh my god. There's so much going on. China's just one big, like, it's just constant overstimulation, but in a not overstimulating way, if that makes any sense. Like, yeah, it's overstimulating, like literally from the moment you step out of the airport, but that's just how it is. Like, that's the normal. It's kind of a go with the flow thing. Oh shit, I know where we are now. Now that there's a giant ass screen with a panda fucking popping out of it. Got the little go-go dancer police. Why is he in there like a Barbie doll? That's so silly. That's so silly. Oh my god, there's the whole road. And he has to go right in front of me. says it's a green light. So I'm gonna go, but last time I said that it changed randomly, so. I have to. I'm just so tempted to turn down one of these alleys. It just looks so inviting. Look at the greenery. There's a public toilet. And that's the extent that we're gonna go down. But how cute. But I was literally helpless without data. I couldn't even find a cafe or whatever to go into because I couldn't translate anything either. I ended up outside of McDonald's using their free Wi-Fi, but it wasn't great. It was just good enough for me to figure out, okay, this is the direction I need to go back to my hotel. So that's where I went. Also, these little military men up there, I'm like, why are they there? What are they there for? Just to like hang out? Just to like, I don't know. While it was super frustrating to feel like my entire day had been cut short just because my data wasn't working, I had stuff to do. I was tired. I had seen a lot, and it was like 5 o'clock or something, so things were closing anyways. I ended up going back, setting my stuff down, connecting to the Wi-Fi, and going out to eat. So I found a hot pot place to go to, but when I went to like actually go there, it looked like it was in the hotel I'm staying in, but like I went all the way out and around, so I don't know what's up. But I went to a restaurant that I just passed, and it said like Beijing style fried noodles or whatever, and I was like, okay, sure, let's go. And I walk up to the door and I see a dude like smoking a cigarette at a table while he's eating. I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can eat in a restaurant where people are like actively smoking cigarettes. That's too culture shocky for me, you know? So we're going back to the hotel to ask if they have any recommendations. So I found somewhere to eat, but I'm getting spicy noodles. So I went to get milk first, and I didn't know which type to get, so I got 2 things of milk, and I got a thing of ice because you never know. Ice is good to have. This was my second time in the restaurant. The first time I came and I translated the menu, and then I went and got milk, and I came back, and there was a bunch of different types of spicy noodles, and I didn't know the difference. There was like 3 or 4 different types of beef and chicken noodles, so I just translated, can you give me some spicy noodles? And that was that. Okay, we're here. I got a table in the very back because everyone is looking at me, and I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible, but that's not going to happen. I asked for spicy noodles, and she said, is beef okay? If she asked chicken or beef, I would have said chicken, but beef is okay, so we're gonna see how it goes. The issue is that when I translated the menu, there was like 3 different types of like spicy beef noodles or whatever, and I really don't know the difference. So I'm just trusting them, just give me something. I also have to mention the fuck-ass kid behind me who was playing whatever game, music, kid stuff at full blast. It was so annoying. Like, oh my god, please control this child, someone. And it's specifically, I chose this place because there's no other foreigner in here. Because it's where all the Chinese people are actually eating. The people who live here, they're eating here. And I don't want to eat somewhere that's like super touristy necessarily. I don't know. I'm just trying to trust locals type of thing.
Here she is.
So I had put my hair back, and I was like, wow, I think that Chinese people don't have a high spice tolerance, because I've had 2 things in China that claim to be spicy, and they aren't very spicy. I'm blowing my nose. I'm like done with the first milk. Oh my god. It's spicy, but it's not like instant spice. Oh, it's a good spice. Oh my gosh. Definitely spicy. This is the damage. We've eaten all of the grabbable noodles. We did leave a few veggies and whatnot, but that's it. We did it. We done. It's like the first meal that I've like mostly finished. Not because, it was super great or super bad or anything, but just because like of my fullness level. Anyways, I'm perfectly full. I'm very glad that I was able to finish it, because it's always good at a restaurant to like show that you ate it all. And I'm almost done with my second meal. So, also, another foreign girl just walked in here. $3.62, less than $4 for dinner. That's ridiculous. Honestly, I just had to hurry back because of how much I ate. I'm like, boom. I feel that way anyways. Also, this thing, it's like on my neck always, and I've got a few people that have said, are you a YouTuber? Are you a vlogger? No, I just lost my camera case. And this is the safest way to carry around my camera. Also, like, no, I just want to remember my trip. I don't gotta be a YouTuber. Am I gonna post these to YouTube? Yeah, but I'm not a YouTuber. This is today's shopping haul, starting off with my favorite piece. It's my favorite because I saw him hand paint one of these fans for someone else. And so I know that these are genuinely hand painted by this dude. They're not printed or anything, and it's just so pretty. And it's so nice. And the colors, oh. And then on the back there's words. Unfortunately, my Translate app wasn't working earlier, so I wasn't able to look at any of the other stuff that he had that had words on it. I couldn't like decide to get any of that. And I wanted him to like write something on a fan for me. I wanted to buy something that he did like fresh kind of thing. But again, Translate app wasn't working, so no way to do that. But we got this, and I'm sure because it was just this dude there with the things, you know, I'm sure that this was actually done by him as well. So very excited about that. I was trying to ask if he had any like scrolls. Like, I kept doing this, like, do you have a scroll, like a painting but a scroll? And he like showed a blank scroll that he could do something on, but I'm like, no, but I want like a painting. I get that calligraphy is art, but I don't want calligraphy. I want something to like observe. And then he showed me this little stand. And he showed me how you just put it in there like that or whatever, and then it stands up and you can display it real nice. And I was like, yeah. I bought way too many things today, but these are 2 mystery boxes, so we gotta open them. I'm so excited. Which one do I want it to be? Let's figure that out first. These are the options. Okay. I do not want this one, the flower one. Any of the others I'd be okay with. Otherwise, I'm giving this as a present to someone. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. How fancy. How heavy. Oh goodness. Oh, is this a brush? As if I paint it myself? And a little hammer? As if I need to hammer it out? Is that what's up? Oh my god. What? Okay, so the inside of the box has like all the different vases and all the different information about it. And the mystery one, it shows the mystery one. And I don't want the mystery one and I don't want the flower one. I just want a solid color or 2 colors. That's it. Classy, you know? Do you see that? It's so pretty, but like, why? We got some tissues down, so. Motherfucker, they're really gonna make me work for it. I don't like this. This doesn't feel right. Now, why the hell would they do this? Why would they make this so difficult to get on purpose? Because I get that it's a small miniature vase, but it's not plastic, it's real. So like, why make it a toy like this? I'm not enjoying this. Like, I just want it's a guessing game anyways, and now you're making me work for it. Maybe if I put it underwater, maybe that would help. I just spent about 20 minutes hunched over the sink trying to get this stupid thing out of it. I will say I'm quite happy though. This and the red one were my 2 top choices, so I'm very excited. And I like blue, so like, yay. This though is really light, and this is really heavy. And I really don't have enough room, or like, I can't afford to take up this much weight and space in my suitcase. So I'm debating also opening this one, but it was such a pain in the ass that I really don't want to. And I kind of just want to give this to like my sister and have her paint it and open it herself and get a surprise one, because I got the one I wanted. So whatever is in here, I don't care. And I don't need 2. I don't know. I guess in a few days we'll decide. But for now, I'm just opening this one. I'm gonna leave it at that. And here she is. Very cute. And also it came with a little paintbrush, and I think you're supposed to like paint it in, because on the box it looks a lot more blue and like I can see the blank spots. So I think I'm gonna send both of these to my sister, have her keep this one, have her paint this, and send it back to me. It's just so heavy though that I'm like, oh, do I really wanna like, but it's like, yeah, I think she'd have fun with it. I took this one out, so that's enough. And also, I really just wanted this one. I don't want to risk opening this and not wanting it, and then being like, here, you have to take the one I don't want. I'm like, no, this is yours. And then these I couldn't decide on, so I got both. So here's the little card, I think, of the art that it is. And then this is it. Not great lighting, but it's 100% silk. I think it's like a little skinny scarf. This is what the inside looks like. Very pretty, very pretty. But now that I'm like wearing it or whatever, I could totally wear this as like a graduation cord or something. I think you can do that. There's no enforcer for graduation attire. If you can order the cords online, you can wear them. So I won't open the other one, but I got the skinny scarf version of this and of this. And I don't know if I'm gonna keep both. I wasn't planning on it, but it depends. The lady said, she was like, you can even just like take this and like tie it to your bag. You know what I mean? As like a decoration. And I'm like, I could. This I bought two of, one for me, one for my sister probably. So we can open this one now. Oh my gosh. It is a little notebook, but it has all of the, oh my gosh, that's so cool. You know, every page is like cool. Ah! Like, look, that's how he is there, but then you put them all together. And then this one, that's how, you know, he's only that alone. But then you put them all together and he's like, he's a whole guy. Anyways, I just thought this was like a really cool, really cute little journal notebook thing to use, you know? Anyways. And then how could I forget about this? I got this bracelet. Can you see it? Okay, it looks like it's upside down, but I promise it's not. There we go. Oh my gosh. Look at my ring. Gold and blue. It matches it so well. And I needed a bracelet for this wrist. I had one on here for a while and I took it off. Oh, so nice. I wanted to get a jade bangle, honestly, but I feel like that might be kind of tacky. I don't know. I'm worried about not getting a good one. And I saw jade today, like walking around, and I tried to ask him what type of jade it is, if it was like nephrite or jadeite or whatever it is, and Translate wasn't working, so no luck. And then I bought like 5 of these, one for me and everyone in my family, according to their birth year for their zodiac sign. You could have gotten them on like a keychain or a bracelet or something, and she said to have the mouth facing outwards so that it can like eat the money or the good luck or whatever. It's like, that's cute. So I got a whole baggie of them. They all look the same on the outside, but the inside is different. And these are the 2 hairpins that I bought. The dragon one is for me. I love it. Silver, very classy. And then this one, I really like the wooden style things, and I saw the cat, and my sister likes cats, and I think she has one. She definitely has a cat. Anyways, I thought this would be cute for her, and like, I think this is very much her style, so. And the last thing that I have to show is this pin. Very excited about it. It's like Team China from the Olympics or whatever, a little ping pong thing, because of course it's China, and then the ping pong thing is magnetic. Ah, isn't that so cute? I think that it's so cute. It can like hang down if you want, but like we don't want. Ah! But I really did not expect so many people to ask for a photo with me today. My ego is just through the roof. It may never recover from today. Oh my gosh. So many people call me pretty, and I'm like, oh my gosh, stop. I don't believe you. But because I walked with that Chinese girl the other day in Suzhou or whatever, you know, when I walked with her, my new Chinese friend, she was telling me how everyone on the streets was saying, like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no way. So, ego's through the roof right now. I feel like a Disney princess, a mix of, like, a tourist attraction, zoo animal, but, like, it's mainly leaning towards, like, I'm a Disney princess that they want to take photos with. So, that's how it is for now. I only have 20 seconds left on this SD card. I gotta get to editing. I gotta do laundry. I gotta shower. I gotta clean. I gotta wake up in the morning. So, bye-bye.